Two unrelated scenes here, both involving stolen cars and both leaving St. Bernard Sheriff deputies injured. So right now I'm on Judge Perez. Again, this scene is different from another one earlier today. You can see behind me, look at the St. Bernard car right there that's crashed next to the stolen vehicle. Hey guys, it has never been so hard to get a drink in the French Quarter. We're on Decatur right now. Let me show you what we're dealing with. So crews began pouring concrete for a new sidewalk here. The car was parked and locked right here in the driveway, and the keys were inside, but the thieves were still able to get the car started and drive off. And it was all caught on home security cameras. You are looking at the 10th most popular jersey in the NFL right now. This is, of course, Drew Brees' jersey, but there are lots of other Saints players whose jerseys are also flying off the shelves. Flood victims are packed inside council chambers, obviously angry over the way the city handled the storm last weekend, and they're not holding back. You can see this debris right here is where the water used to be, and then down over this way, this is where the water is now, so it has gone down several feet. This happened right along the parade route here on St. Charles and Union. Police say that one person is in critical condition after being shot in the head, and one person is in stable condition after being shot in the leg. Well, every time these monuments have come down, the crowds have come out to watch, and tonight is no different. We have a lot of people out here. Family members of the victim tell me Longoria was hiding here underneath this trailer. He had a gun, a knife, this duct tape, and these zip ties. Over the last few years, the city has taken steps to become more bike friendly, and they say bike racks like this one here and the bike lanes are great additions to the city. They say he came over this way, ran into the Cheesecake Bistro and into their parking garage.
Bale broke the story for us after speaking with families impacted in Kenner, Harvey, and Miro.
She brought this problem to Entergy's attention and joins us now with more. Good evening, Lauren.
Good evening, guys. Entergy originally thought this was a problem just impacting residents on one street in Kenner, but after my story last night and Monday, they realized this was much more widespread. They believe 4,000 customers in all have been impacted. Speaking exclusively with WWL-TV, Vice President of Distribution Melanie Stewart explained how our reporting made Entergy Louisiana realize a billing issue was impacting thousands of residents across the metro area. Were you guys aware of this problem before we started doing the stories on it?
We were aware that we had a meter reader who was not performing well, but we were not aware that it was, again, as widespread as it was.
In all, Entergy believes 4,000 customers were incorrectly billed for months after a meter reader began falsifying meter readings. That resulted in customers receiving bills for far less than they owed.
The employee is a contractor for Entergy, and he was terminated.
And this month, it's $486.
A group of neighbors in Kenner brought this issue to our attention on Monday. Unfortunately, the bills customers recently received for $800 or $1,000 are correct because they had been underpaying for so long.
The bills that have been issued are accurate bills. However, they are catch-up bills because of the meter readings being falsified. Those, the actual usage was not billed until this last bill. So it is a catch-up bill, and that's why it appears so high to many customers.
High bills that have been devastating for families.
I can't afford $1,500, $2,000 a month in electricity.
Entergy says customers will be allowed to pay off what is owed for months to come.
What's really important to note is that they will not be disconnected, they will not pay any late fees, and we're going to work with them on a payment plan that's right for them.
After days of confusion and stress, Entergy Louisiana customers finally have an answer to their questions. Now, the biggest complaint the customers that I spoke to had was when they called Entergy with questions about these bills. They were told the bills had to be paid this week or their power would be cut off. Now, Melanie Stewart says all Entergy employees are now on the same page about what happened, and she assured me these customers won't get that response anymore. Searching this area of New Orleans East is not an easy thing to do. These woods are so dense, and the family encountered swamps, snakes, and lots of mosquitoes. However, they say they won't stop searching until they find their mom.
What's going on, you know?
On foot, on ATVs, and with the help of dogs. Family and friends searched for 76-year-old Jean Stokes.
We need to do what we need to do to bring her home.
It's been 3 weeks since the backbone of the family was last seen on Good Drive. A week later, crews trimming the trees along the levee found her car abandoned and empty.
It was a start. It's a start.
But still no sign of the head of the family. Her daughters are taking it upon themselves to find her.
Without her, we're nothing.
They're searching every possible location they can think of with the help of former state representative Austin Badon and dog handlers from the State Corrections Department.
Hopefully it is a rescue and reunite effort.
However, with the days passing by, the family is growing desperate.
Y'all owe me right now. You owe me my mama. You owe me. You need to bring her back to me. Y'all owe me, and I will not stop looking for her. I will not stop.
Today, the family walked for miles around where crews discovered Stokes' car and under an overpass where a cell phone registered. They turned up empty-handed. Stokes' daughter believes someone knows something. Until a person with information comes forward, the family won't give up hope, and they won't stop looking.
New Orleans, help us. Please help us. We need her. We need a home.
Unfortunately, the family doesn't have a specific location to search in, so today they did search up and down this levee. However, they really need someone to come forward with more information so they know where to even look. For now, reporting live from New Orleans East, Lauren Bale, Eyewitness News. St. Bernard Parish and the Lower Ninth Ward are neighboring communities. Both experienced complete devastation during Hurricane Katrina. But 13 years later, these two places could not be more different. It's been 13 years since Hurricane Katrina left entire communities shattered in its wake. At the time, St. Bernard Parish and the Lower Ninth Ward were two communities separated only by an invisible line. The damage was the same.
Everything was rotten, and it was just horrible. The mud, the sludge, everything. It was horrible.
But today, the line that separates the Lower Ninth Ward and St. Bernard is more pronounced because only one community has returned to normal, and residents say the other is fading away.
Across the line, got everything. Over here, nothing.
St. Bernard boasts a new hospital, new homes, and restaurants. The sound of progress fills the air as crews work to make sure the infrastructure meets the demands of a growing community.
We're doing really good, and in the last 2 or 3 years here, we see our property values have tripled.
Well, it's night and day. When I first got to St. Bernard, there were only 3 businesses open. And now when you go into St. Bernard, things are thriving.
Lower Ninth Ward residents are watching from the other side.
That's why I say we separated. Separated.
It make you feel like it's like an unwanted feeling. Sometimes I really think that I guess that's how they want the people to feel, like unwanted, so they could give up.
The people here say they're still waiting for the most basic amenities to return. Things like city maintenance crews to help clean up the overgrowth, healthcare clinics, and grocery stores.
More vegetables, more fruits.
Given the life awaiting them on the other side, I asked residents what keeps them here.
You don't just leave and you don't give up. Then fight. Fight for what you believe in.
Now, some reports show that the Lower Ninth Ward had around 14,000 residents before Katrina, and they're down to 1,000 residents now. I talked to St. Bernard Parish President today. He says they had around 65,000 to 68,000 residents before Katrina, and now they're back to 50,000 and still growing. He expects more people to be moving back into St. Bernard Parish. For now, reporting live, Lauren Bale, Eyewitness News.